What actions do you take when the one you cherish most perceives you as the least significant? Amidst the vibrant streets of Boston, Emily Carter has crafted a life steeped in responsibility, unwavering loyalty, and quiet sacrifice. A 31-year financial analyst, she has long served as the cornerstone of her family, sponsoring vacations, settling bills, and supporting her sister's education, all while never seeking acknowledgement for her contributions. Yet a single moment can alter the course of everything. She catches her father's voice, dismissive, cold, and sharp, words not intended for her ears, yet ones that will forever echo in her mind. In that moment, her role as the steadfast pillar of the family starts to fracture. For the first time, Emily finds herself questioning the very essence of all she held dear regarding love, loyalty, and family. Was it entirely one-sided? Were her sacrifices unnoticed? What occurs when those for whom we make the greatest sacrifices fail to truly recognize our existence? Join us as we embark on Emily's profoundly intimate journey, voyage through painful truths, impactful revelations, and, in the end, emotional liberation. If you've ever felt like the silent anchor for those around you, this narrative resonates with you. Subscribe, like, and share. This narrative transcends Emily. It resonates with the silent struggles of countless others. What unfolds next? Let us uncover the truth. Amidst the vibrant streets of Boston, we encounter Emily Carter, a resolute 31-year-old financial analyst celebrated for her relentless ambition. For years, Emily has quietly stood as the steadfast support of her family, consistently prioritizing their needs above her own. In a poignant twist of fate, Emily's reality transforms in an instant. It unfolds with a certain naivety. She catches snippets of a conversation drifting through the air. Her father, Michael, the one she believed understood her most intimately, is now speaking of her with contempt. His words pierced through, unraveling the years of unwavering support she had steadfastly offered. The harsh reality strikes Emily with a force that reverberates through her very being. How is it possible that a person who has given so much for her family can be perceived in such an unforgiving manner? This heart-wrenching revelation leads Emily to reevaluate all she believed regarding her family's view of her. Are the ties of family genuinely as steadfast as we imagine, or are they delicate frameworks we desperately hold on to? Emily stands on the precipice of a profound journey, one that promises to delve into the depths of her own soul, inviting reflection and the unveiling of her true self. What awaits her as she journeys through this intricate emotional maze? Her narrative uncovers the deeply moving intricacies of familial relationships, elevating the emotional stakes to new heights. What lies ahead? Let us uncover the truth. We have just witnessed the poignant scene where Emily, a dedicated financial analyst, caught the sting of her father's dismissive remarks, a crushing blow to the sacrifices she has made over the years. In this moment, Emily finds herself in a serene stillness, delving deep within to ponder her thoughts. Family, she reflects, has perpetually served as her guiding star, the intricate thread that shapes her identity. Emily has made numerous sacrifices, from financing family vacations to providing unwavering support for her sister Sarah as she navigates college. She has borne the burden of their desires, placing them above her own, convinced that love and loyalty were unbreakable pillars. Yet, here she stands, teetering on the edge of treachery, pondering whether those connections were ever as unbreakable as she believed. Her father's words pierced her heart, yet the real ache comes from the realization that her unwavering commitment may have gone unappreciated. She ponders whether blood is indeed thicker than water, or if those connections are merely as strong as the respect they embody. With her eyes fixed ahead, Emily's heart grapples with a daunting dilemma. Will her familial bonds endure this pressure, or must she carve out a new journey, one marked by dignity and self? What lies ahead? Let us uncover the truth. We just witnessed Emily contemplating her sacrifices, revealing the emotional essence of her journey. Now, let us explore further. Emily's quest for her family's respect resembles a relentless undertow, drawing her further from the shore of acceptance. Even with her financial contributions and steadfast support, her father's words pierced her heart, leaving wounds unseen by the eye. Emily, forever regarded as the pillar of responsibility, embraced the task of aiding her family. Amidst the relentless tide of financial hardships, she remained a steadfast support, silently shouldering the burden. Yet for Emily, it always felt insufficient. her father's casual, dismissive comments regarding her accomplishments, particularly in contrast to her sister Sarah's, perpetually echoed in her mind, transforming the warmth of familial affection into a labyrinth she found impossible to traverse. Favoritism looms large within families, doesn't it? With Emily, it was a familiar refrain, the resonance of youth where Sarah, adorned with her allure and magnetism, appeared to revel in their father's radiant admiration. As Sarah chased her aspirations, no matter how unrealistic they frequently appeared, Emily's diligent achievements received only tepid recognition. It wasn't that her family dismissed her achievements, rather, it was the overwhelming quiet that cast a more significant shadow. As Emily quietly shouldered the weight of their financial struggles, striving to be the unifying force, the gap only widened. It forged an emotional divide, a gap that the routine provision of financial assistance could never span. That is it possible to break free from the roles that tether us within our families. In Emily's story, she appeared destined to embody the role of the steadfast provider, often eclipsed by the radiant glow of her sister's prominence. Her father's lingering remarks seemed to dissolve the essence of her own story. Yet, it is within these subtle frustrations that the noise often resonates the most. It serves as a poignant reminder that the unvoiced sentiments within the familial dialect can often wield the most piercing edges. What Emily truly sought was not yet another accolade or financial recognition, but rather a profound acknowledgement that her worth was not dependent on monetary contributions or unspoken sacrifices. What lies ahead for Emily as she faces these revelations? How does she navigate the emotional burden of experiencing isolation in the sanctuary that is meant to provide solace? Let us delve deeper as we unfold her narrative. During the serene interludes of a family dinner, where warmth and laughter ought to envelop the spirit, Emily felt herself untethered, the soothing light of connection tantalizingly beyond her grasp. We have just witnessed how her father's dismissive remarks have cast a long shadow over her, yet here, at the dinner table, that shadow looms larger than ever. That as her family congregates, she absorbs the effortless flow of conversation directed towards her sister Sarah. Sarah has just been awarded yet another promotion, her mother proclaims, her voice rich with pride. The room hums with a chorus of congratulations, yet the words seem to drift past Emily, barely touching her consciousness. She remains still, her smile a carefully crafted mask, donned for moments like these. Within her, a quiet disintegration unfolds. Her accomplishments, while noteworthy, slip through the seams of family conversations, unnoticed and unacknowledged. Every dinner unfolds like a conveyor belt of her sister's triumphs, serving as yet another reminder of the favoritism woven into the fabric of their family dynamics. Emily's heartache runs deep not merely from being perpetually eclipsed, but from a lingering sense of inadequacy in the very realm where she longs for acceptance the most. Why does my very best feel insufficient? She ponders, the inquiry lingering in her mind like a heavy burden. It takes an emotional toll that resonates within her, shaping an unseen wall that stands between her and the world meant to embrace her. Her desire for connection is evident, a quiet request hidden beneath the surface of courteous dialogue and feigned happiness. This sensation of solitude transcends mere discomfort. It is a vast divide, isolating her from bonds, compelling her to confront the loneliness that intensifies with every indifferent acknowledgement of her sister's successes. Nevertheless, Emily exemplifies resilience and unwavering spirit concealed beneath her serene contemplation during these gatherings. She watches intently, contemplates thoughtfully, and within her heart, she nurtures a quiet hope. Yet, even Emily, despite her resilience, cannot silence the persistent query. Her heart murmurs, how long can I continue weaving these shattered fragments into a cohesive tapestry? What lies ahead for Emily as she embarks on a journey to find validation not through her family, but from her own inner self? Let us explore how a pivotal dialogue with her closest companion could transform her viewpoint, paving the way for a fresh chapter in her quest for self-discovery. After the emotional burden of family gatherings where Emily felt overlooked and belittled, she turned to her best friend Zoe for comfort. We just witnessed how those moments of inadequacy weighed heavily on her heart. Yet today unfolded in a manner unlike any other. In the cozy embrace of their beloved coffee shop, where the rich scent of freshly brewed coffee wrapped around them like a warm blanket, Emily shared the painful words she had caught from her father, revealing the way Sarah's accomplishments loomed over her like a dark cloud. Zoe absorbed every word, her eyes steady and filled with understanding. She was intimately familiar with the struggle, having stood by Emily's side through every triumph and trial. In a soft yet resolute tone, Zoe shared her thoughts. Your value isn't determined by your father's approval or by measuring yourself against Sarah. You have accomplished a great deal by following your own vision, carving out a unique journey. It is time to acknowledge this truth and cease the pursuit of validation from those unable to appreciate your brilliance. Zoe's words struck a chord, unraveling the layers of doubt that Emily had been unaware she held. They resonated deeply, evoking memories for Emily of moments when she had prevailed through unwavering resolve and talent. Was it possible that she was sufficient, simply as she existed? Zoe's external viewpoint served as a beacon, steering Emily away from the pursuit of validation from those with narrow perceptions of her worth. With newfound clarity, Emily started to perceive herself not merely as successful, but as deserving of respect and love, independent of her family's distorted views. Her friend's voice echoed in her thoughts, a soothing melody that inspired her to imagine a life where she could proudly embrace her accomplishments, free from the weight of family judgment. The dialogue heralded the dawn of a transformation for Emily, igniting a deep and significant change. Perhaps, in a moment of clarity, she realized that breaking free from the bonds of dependency and embracing a life of her own was the way ahead. What lies ahead for Emily? Let us uncover the truth. In the aftermath of her dialogue with Zoe, Emily experienced an unfamiliar stirring within her, a deep and profound clarity that she had yet to acknowledge. For an extended period, she had gauged her value through the lens of her family's acceptance, particularly that of her father. Yet, invigorated by Zoe's insight, Emily understood it was her moment to take back her own story. The house she had purchased, intended to be a refuge for her family, had unwittingly ensnared her in a web of reliance and bitterness. This revelation resonated deeply. Emily understood the path she must take. Parting with the $830,000 house transcended mere financial considerations. It emerged as a profound act of liberation. It was a moment of defining boundaries, a declaration of self-worth, as she proclaimed, "I am enough, and I will stand firm in my own truth." With every stride she took toward this resolution, Emily sensed a weight being lifted from her shoulders, giving way to an emerging feeling of strength and autonomy. Still, she pondered the implications this would have on her family. Could they perceive her intention not as a forsaking, but as a beckoning to reshape their connections in more nurturing, respectful manners? In an unexpected turn of events, the decision to list the house for sale started to alter the intricate fabric of family relationships. Conversations that had lingered in the shadows were finally coming to light. It served as the gentle push they required to pause and reconsider their positions. Emily began to perceive her life through a perspective untainted by obligation or guilt, but rather illuminated by the potential for self-respect and independence. In what ways might these alterations ultimately redefine the connections within Emily's family? Would they embrace the opportunity to forge deeper, more genuine connections, or retreat into familiar habits with unwavering resolve? Emily set out to uncover the truth. She understood that true transformation is not an instantaneous event. Rather, with each boundary she established, Emily experienced a growing sense of liberation, a reflection of the strength and courage she had unearthed within her own being. What lies ahead for Emily on her quest for emotional liberation? Let us uncover the journey as she traverses the intricate lessons of love and self-worth. Following the sale of her house, Emily finds herself at a pivotal juncture in her new existence, a life shaped by the ashes of disillusionment yet constructed upon a bedrock of resolve. She has come to understand a fundamental truth of human existence. Communication and self-respect are not merely instruments for survival, but vital foundations for constructing a meaningful life. We have just witnessed her take a courageous leap towards independence, a decision that transcended mere liberation from familial expectations and ventured into the realm of self-discovery and the celebration of her own voice. As Emily delves into the intricate tapestry of her past, she discovers that forgiveness transcends mere acts towards others. It is a profound grace that we must first offer to ourselves. Forgiveness unfolds as a path of introspection. It is essential to understand that clinging to resentment merely binds us to the very anguish we seek to escape. In forgiving herself for the choices she once made and the failures she believed she encountered, Emily sets her spirit free, she discovers that self-respect involves establishing boundaries, not barriers, enabling love to flourish while safeguarding her own heart. This insight transforms into a mantra, a beacon illuminating her path as she explores the unfamiliar terrain of family dynamics once more. The voice of Zoe, her closest confidant, reverberates in her thoughts, a poignant reminder that the pursuit of external validation is in vain when one lacks a sense of self. Genuine communication starts with attuning oneself to the whispers of the heart, its yearnings and trepidations, while finding the courage to express them with clarity. In this evolving story, Emily discovers her inner strength, realizing that self-respect empowers her voice, enabling her to articulate her needs and desires unapologetically. She discovers the art of communication, not as a means to validate her existence, but as a way to express her authentic self. This change in viewpoint emerges as a guiding light of change, not only for Emily, but for everyone who hesitates to voice their thoughts, fearing they might go unnoticed. In embracing these lessons, Emily establishes the foundation for a deeper bond with her family, one rooted in mutual respect rather than mere obligation. What awaits Emily on her journey ahead? Could these lessons genuinely transform the connections that bind her to her family? Let us delve deeper into the values that connect Emily to her journey of self-discovery and reconciliation. We just witnessed Emily harness the strength of communication and self-respect, laying the groundwork for her remarkable transformation. Let us take a moment to pause and contemplate the profound nature of familial bonds. Have you ever pondered the intricate ways in which our well-being is woven into the fabric of our relationships with those we hold dear? As Emily found, engaging in open conversations with our nearest and dearest can truly unlock the path to healing and deeper understanding. It is crucial to understand that boundaries serve not as barriers, but as pathways to more meaningful relationships. By placing our emotional well-being at the forefront, we cultivate the resilience to embrace love with greater depth. Imagine this: by establishing clear boundaries, you convey your needs, thereby enabling others to recognize and honor them. Isn't it time for us to reflect on these connections once more? Consider the ways in which your life could transform if you summoned the courage to engage in those difficult discussions. Emily's journey reveals that the road to genuine connections frequently begins with the bravery to communicate honestly and place our own needs at the forefront. What awaits Emily in her unfolding tale? Let us explore how the establishment of these boundaries starts to transform her reality. We have delved into Emily's odyssey of sorrow and bravery, uncovering a profound truth about kinship and the value of oneself. Throughout her transformative journey, Emily came to realize that the notion of obligation does not truly define the essence of family bonds. Her audacious decision to sell the $830,000 house transcended mere independence. It became a powerful catalyst for cultivating authentic relationships grounded in mutual respect. Emerging from the shadows of disappointment, she welcomed a profound self-awareness, recognizing her worth that transcended her family's limited perspective. This transformation enabled her to express herself with greater clarity and assert the respect that was rightfully hers. Emily's journey serves as a poignant reminder that true authenticity in our relationships arises from recognizing our own value and creating an environment where others can embrace theirs as well. Now, her family interactions are infused with mutual respect rather than obligation, a significant departure from her former reality. As observers, we are prompted to reflect: how frequently do our anticipations obscure our connections with family? Do we rely on duty, or are our connections authentic, reflected in shared respect? As we move forward, let us delve into the significant transformations that can arise when we opt to cultivate our family connections instead of merely tolerating them. We have just witnessed Emily's path to self-discovery and a deeper, more authentic bond with her family. This serves as a poignant reminder that family transcends the ties of birth. It encompasses the connections we actively cultivate and cherish. Families possess the potential for beauty and support. However, in the absence of these qualities, we must summon the courage to reshape those bonds, nurturing connections that genuinely elevate us. Consider whether there are connections in your life that might thrive with more defined boundaries or enhanced dialogue. Keep in mind, it's not about cutting connections, but about cultivating environments where love can truly thrive. With each step Emily took, she moved closer to a deeper understanding and appreciation of herself, and you too can embark on this journey. Treasure the ones you love, and summon the courage to welcome transformation when it is necessary. If Emily's narrative struck a chord with you, and if you find yourself moved by stories of personal evolution and the intricacies of familial connections, think about subscribing. Come along as we delve into uplifting narratives that honor the bravery and insight required to nurture profound connections. What lies ahead on your path to a more enriching family life? Let us embark on this journey of discovery side by side.